As requested, I'm going to show the setup. If you would like to connect your Maonocaster E2 to an audio mixer, then to an audio interface. Heads up for you, you should be able to use just the Maonocaster alone, or just the audio mixer alone, or just the audio interface alone for recording or streaming or even gaming. But again, for those of you who are curious if you can connect all three for maybe streaming or recording, then let me show you the setup. Without further ado, let's get started. And this is going to be the setup. I will be recording to this iOS device, and this is going to be the source of my background music, and this is the Maonocaster E2. This is the mixer, audio mixer I will be using, and this is an audio interface, which is the Focusrite. I'm going to disconnect everything on here, and I'm going to walk you through as to what cable to use and where to connect it. And now let's start connecting the microphone. So we will connect the microphone from this Maonocaster E2. Now, the microphone I'll be using is this dynamic microphone from the Fifine, the Tank 3. And if you're curious, this boom arm here, low profile boom arm, this is also from the Fifine. The build is really good. Let's connect that, and the other end, so as you notice, it's already connected over here. The other end is this one. And then I will connect the microphone through here. So the mic port from this Maonocaster E2. So from here. Okay, so that's one. Now let's connect this Maonocaster to the mixer. And for that, I am going to use this kind of cable. So the one that has two lines and one line. If you're going to use the stereo one, so this one here, so two lines and two lines, this is not a good one. So I encourage you to get this kind of cable instead of this, because the audio output is different. So this one has a better audio output than this one. Okay, so this is, by the way, TRRS 3.5 millimeter to TS mono 6.35. So that's what it's called. Okay, so from here, we will connect the TRS 3.5 millimeter. We can connect it from here, the one that says monitor speaker. Okay, and the other end, we will connect to here, the one that says line. So over here, or insert, I think it's for the line, but anyway, we'll connect it there. Okay, and next, just gonna move it over there. Next, let's connect the mixer to the Focusrite. And for that, I'm going to use this kind of cable. This is actually RCA. I just used this adapter, RCA to 6.35 millimeter TS, so something like that. And so both of them are RCA. If you have the 6.35, so the end, if like this, then you can use that. Okay, so from here, you can either connect it through here, the one that says monitor, or stereo out. Okay, I'm going to connect this one to here, the one that says monitor. And now the other end, I'm going to connect to this Focusrite. Okay, so that, and then this one to here, there. Okay, and for audio monitoring, I am going to monitor the audio from the Focusrite, not from the Maonocaster E2, not from here, but the Focusrite, because from the Focusrite, that's where we will be connecting this iPhone or iOS device. If you have Android, same thing. So Maonocaster E2 to audio mixer, Focusrite to your phone or device, whatever you are using for recording or streaming. Okay, so from here, I just use an adapter. So this one here. So you just need this kind of adapter for that one that says headphone. And so I do have an earphone here, this one here. And I'll connect this one through here. Okay, and normally when you get a Focusrite, it does comes with the cable. USB-C to A, so USB-C, so something like that, USB-C to A. Now, to connect this to your device, since this is an iOS that has a lightning port, I'm going to use this camera lightning adapter. So the one that has lightning over there at the end, and then on the other end it has camera icon. This comes in a different form. Some cable looks like this, so something like that. It has camera and then other things right there at other ports, but it's always good to get the one that has for charging, because this one here, for example, the one that I'm using right now, iPhone 12 Pro Max, the battery is not enough, so I really have to connect this to a power source, otherwise it will not work properly. So same thing if you are going, by the way, this is the lightning one, so this one comes in a different form, like this one here. So this is the one to use if you're going to connect to an Android device. So USB-C on this end, and then again this one has a USB-A, and the one that has a camera icon right there. Okay, so again I will maybe use this one here. So from here, this is the USB-A. I'll connect it to here, the one that has a camera icon. And now you will need a cable to charge at the same time. So I have this lightning charging cable. So I will connect this one right there. And then the other end, I will use this power bank. You can also connect it to, those those power block that you use for charging your phone. You can use that also, and then plug it to your wall power outlet or something. So anyway, I have this power bank, so I will use that. And finally, this other end, I will be connecting to this iOS device or iPhone. There it is. And your source of your music, you can either connect it directly to here, to your Maonocaster E2, or to here. So again, it's really up to you where you want to connect it. In my opinion, if you want to connect it wireless to here, then it's good to do it, so less cables to connect. However, if you still prefer to connect it to this audio mixer, of course you can do that also. For some of the mixers that has a Bluetooth features or functions on it, then you can also connect it through here. But again, it's your choice wherever you want to connect the source of your music. From here, I'm going to start recording from this device so I can show you also the audio output, and at least I can show you if it is recording. Okay, as you can see over here, it does pick up my voice, as well as over here, as you can see, it's blinking. So that means it does pick up my voice. Okay, now the moment of truth. Okay, I'm going to start recording from here, and I'm going to tell you if I am playing already the recorded audio from this phone. Okay, I'm going to hit record now. Okay, sound check. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, whatever you're listening to, this is now the recorded audio from this device on here. Most important thing to know is that the level of your audio output from this recording over here is not from the your headphone here, from the Focusrite. It has to be from here. So whatever is your level on here, that is going to be your level on your recording, and it does affect also this volume on here. So if this is louder, then your audio output will be louder as well. So again, sound check, testing 1, 2, and again, same here. If this is up, sound check, testing 1, 2. So again, this knobs here does affect the level of your recording over there. From this Maonocaster E2, the level also affect of your recording over there. From here, the one that says monitor, if this is low, then your audio output from here will be low as well. Actually, this output volume knob here does not really matter, high or low, because we are connecting the Maonocaster E2 through the monitor output on there to connect to this mixer. So again, in this kind of setup right now, this knob does not affect to our recording from this device on here. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm connecting this source of my music from this device to this Maonocaster E2. And to connect this device to the Maonocaster E2 is very simple. Just turn on Bluetooth of this device, and then you should see Maonocaster E2 and then tap it to connect. And besides, it will tell you if you're connected, if this Bluetooth icon on here is solid. If it's not blinking, that means it is currently connected to a device. Okay, so in other words, if we're going to play music from here, it should now be connected to here. And again, this is connected to this mixer. And then this mixer is connected to the Focusrite. Focusrite is connected to your phone. Okay, so let's do a quick test. I'm going to play this music right now. There you go. So as you notice, it is recording. Now, for the level of your music, you can control that from this device itself or from here. So again, it's up to you where you want to adjust from here or there. But take note, this volume on here, this has to do for both. For example, if you increase your mic level, because we're connecting only this line 1 over here, mic line 1. So that means if I'm going to increase this one, your music will also increase. It's really up to you how you mixed it, how loud is your music, and then how loud is your microphone. So again, let's do a quick sample. Okay, I'm going to play this music again. Okay, so right now, the level is like that. If I'm going to increase my microphone here, both will be increased. Okay, sound check, testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So as you noticed, when I increased this volume on here, my voice volume increases as well as the music, because again, the microphone is connected to this Maonocaster as well as the music. So that's the difference if you connect your music through here. But if you connect your music on here, then the control for the volume of your music is going to be from here and then from the source as well. And over here for this Focusrite, I encourage you to turn on the monitoring, because if this is off, I don't hear anything. But I'm sure even if I don't hear it, it's still being recorded. So again, if you want to hear your voice, and of course, if you're going to play a music, you won't hear it if if your monitoring here is off. Okay, let's play this one. Okay. Okay, so when I play this music, I did not hear it, but I'm sure it still be recorded on here. So it was just a little bit. Okay, so for the volume here, maybe I don't really suggest you turn this very loud. Otherwise, you will peak or your audio will be distorted. Okay, and again, as I said earlier, this volume on here for your headphone, this does not affect to the level of your recording over there. So that's just for you to monitor the audio, how loud you wanted it to be on your ear. Okay, so now my voice is still flat because I selected here original. For those of you who are curious, why do you have to do this? Why you have to connect an audio mixer? As I said earlier, this Maonocaster alone, you should be able to do streaming or recording. Same thing, this audio mixer alone, you should be able to do recording or streaming. Same thing with a Focusrite, you should be able to do recording or streaming, especially if you use, let's say, a DAW for this one. But in this setup right now, we're not going to use a DAW or audio software for the vocal effects. We simply use the Focusrite because that is our way to be able to connect to this device on here. In my opinion, you don't really need a Focusrite if your audio mixer has a USB port on it, because from there you should be able to connect directly to your device for recording or streaming. But again, as requested, to connect all three, and that's why I'm showing you to connect all three of them. Okay, so now let's add some effects. Okay, so no effects yet because from here I selected original. Okay, maybe I'm gonna lower first my effects from here.
Karaoke.
Okay, so right now this is karaoke, and I'm gonna increase my effects on here. Sound check, testing 1, 2. So whatever you're listening right now, the effects is just from the Maonocaster E2. I am not yet using the effects from this audio mixer. So in my opinion, the advantage of using both is that you should be able to add effects also from here. So let's say, for example, I am going to use other effects from here. Let's say phaser, so it's number 14. Okay, sound check, testing 1, 2. So that is the effects from this mixer alone. Sound check, testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, sound. Okay, let me put it back to another effect. So this is another effects from the mixer alone. This is distortion. Okay, let's maybe put it back to here. So again, in this setup right now, the effects is just from this audio mixer alone. Again, this is the advantage if you are going to connect a mixer, because you can combine both the effects from the Maonocaster E2 to this mixer. And as I showed you earlier, you should be able to use just the effects from here or from here. So again, if we're going to use just the effects from this Maonocaster E2, I'm going to increase my depth, the reverb depth, the sound, and then decay time. Sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from here, again, this effects that you are listening right now, this is just from the Maonocaster E2. If I'm going to set my effects to 0, again, it's flat. Now from here, from this mixer, okay, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, it's up to you if you want to mix them. You want to use depth, reverb depth, or decay over there. It's really up to you. And let me lower my effects on here and also on here. Whatever mixer you have, the ones that has effects, or the one that says FX, that's the reverb effects from there. And from here, it's really up to you to mix however much reverb you want to use from the Maonocaster E2 and also from here. And as I shown you earlier, it doesn't mean that you always have to use reverb also from this mixer. If you want to use distortion or chorus, but for those of you who are contented already, the effects from here, then as I said, you should be able to use recording or streaming just this Maonocaster E2 alone. By the way, in this kind of setup right now, you should be able to use the voice changer from here. If you want to use it, then you should be able to
use a voice changer if you are streaming. Sound check. Testing 1,
2,
1, 2, 3, 4, sound check.
testing 1, 2. And also, in this kind of setup, you should be able to use also the sound effects that you recorded from here. So something like that. Okay, so again, with this kind of Maonocaster E2, you should be able to load sound effects from here. Now let me give you a short recording sample if you are going to use this one, maybe for singing purposes. Okay, so over here, I use karaoke vocal effects or vocal mode. And over here, I'm going to use reverb hall number 2. Okay, something like that. Okay, sound check, and I'm going to increase my reverb. I'm going to increase my reverb depth and decay time. Sound check, testing 1, 2. Again, for those of you who does not like lots of reverb, then of course feel free to lower them as you like. Okay, so let's play this music first to check how loud it is. Okay, so okay, I think that should be okay. Okay, so maybe let's do it like that. Sound check, testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna start recording from here. If I sing you a love song, will you hear it forever? To remind you how much I care and how I needed you. Okay, there it is. So anyway, that should be your audio output in this kind of setup. That is all I can share for today. I hope this video gives you now an idea how to connect your Maonocaster E2 to an audio mixer connected to a Focusrite, then connected to a device you want to use for recording or streaming. And by the way, this setup also works for group streaming on maybe TikTok. Okay, thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like this type of video, please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of videos, consider subscribing if you haven't done yet, and hit the notification bell so you're always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.